In this engaging video, we explore the 4 subtle challenges that can quietly infiltrate our lives as we age, particularly for those in their 70s and 80s. Discover how resentment, inertia, loneliness, and pride can impact your journey to inner peace and learn practical steps to overcome them. These insights are designed to help you embrace a more fulfilling and serene life. Before we dive into these transformative topics, make sure to subscribe to Stoic Mind Mastery for more valuable insights and uplifting content. Join us on this journey of growth and discovery, and let's explore how to navigate these challenges together. Hit the subscribe button now and stay connected with us for more inspiring content. 1. The 4 challenges of aging, a journey through resentment and forgiveness. As we traverse the winding paths of life, we gather a tapestry of experiences, some that fill our hearts with joy and others that leave deep, lingering scars. Among these scars, resentment often lurks as a silent adversary, a shadow that quietly takes root from the small wounds inflicted by life's inevitable challenges. It follows us, often unnoticed, until it becomes a burden too heavy to carry, weighing down our spirits and clouding our hearts. Understanding the psychology of resentment is essential for our emotional well-being. It often begins with a sense of injustice or a feeling of being wronged. These emotions, if left unchecked, can fester and grow, creating a cycle of negative thoughts and feelings that distort our perspective and rob us of our peace. Resentment is like a poison that seeps into our souls, affecting not only our mental health but also our physical well-being, as studies have shown its links to increased stress and health issues. Yet, within this struggle lies a profound opportunity for growth and healing. Forgiveness is a powerful gift we can offer ourselves, a key to unlocking the chains of resentment that bind us. Imagine the liberation that comes with shedding the weight of past grievances, allowing us to move forward with a lighter heart and a clearer mind. Forgiveness is not about forgetting or excusing the actions of others. It is about freeing ourselves from the emotional burdens that hold us back, reclaiming our peace, and choosing to live in the present. By embracing forgiveness, we open the door to a life unencumbered by the shadows of the past, inviting peace and serenity to take their rightful place in our journey. This act of grace is not just an act of kindness towards others, but a profound act of self-love. It empowers us to reclaim our peace and live with a renewed sense of purpose and joy. A story of transformation. Consider the story of Anna, a woman who carried the weight of resentment for many years. Anna had been deeply hurt by a close friend, Sarah, who had betrayed her trust in a moment of weakness. The betrayal left Anna feeling vulnerable and angry, and she found herself replaying the incident in her mind, each time feeling the sting of betrayal anew. For years, Anna allowed this resentment to shape her interactions and her outlook on life. She became guarded, wary of forming new friendships, and her world grew smaller as she built walls to protect herself from further hurt. The resentment was a constant companion, a shadow that darkened her days and stole her joy. One day, while attending a community workshop on emotional healing, Anna heard a speaker talk about the power of forgiveness. The speaker shared a personal story of letting go of a long-held grudge and the freedom that came with it. Something in the story resonated deeply with Anna, and she began to see her own situation in a new light. Inspired, Anna decided to embark on a journey of forgiveness. She started by acknowledging her feelings, allowing herself to fully experience the hurt and anger she had been carrying. She wrote in a journal, pouring out her emotions and reflecting on the impact that holding on to resentment had on her life. Anna then took a bold step. She reached out to Sarah. They met for coffee, and Anna shared her feelings honestly, expressing the pain she had felt and her desire to move past it. To her surprise, Sarah was deeply remorseful and had long wished for a chance to make amends. The conversation was a turning point for both women, allowing them to release the past and rebuild their friendship on a foundation of honesty and understanding. Through this process, Anna discovered that forgiveness was not about condoning Sarah's actions but about freeing herself from the chains of resentment. She felt a weight lift from her shoulders, and for the first time in years, she experienced a profound sense of peace. Her world began to expand again as she opened herself to new experiences and relationships, no longer held back by the shadows of the past. Reflecting on my own life, I have found that forgiveness has been one of the most liberating experiences. There was a time when I held on to resentment towards a friend who had wronged me. It took years to realize that my anger was only hurting me. When I finally chose to forgive, it felt as though a weight had been lifted from my shoulders. This personal journey taught me that forgiveness is not about the other person, it's about finding peace within ourselves. Let us embark on this path together, embracing the freedom that comes with letting go of resentment and welcoming the lightness of being that follows. In this journey of self-discovery and healing, we find that forgiveness is not just an act of kindness towards others, but a profound act of self-love. It empowers us to reclaim our peace and live with a renewed sense of purpose and joy. Imagine the freedom of living without the weight of past grievances. What would you do with that newfound lightness? This is the power of release, a gift we can all give ourselves. By exploring these aspects of resentment, we not only educate ourselves but also empower each other to live more fulfilling lives. Let's continue this journey together, embracing forgiveness and the peace it brings. 2. The 4 challenges of aging, confronting the deceptive comfort of inertia. Inertia is a subtle adversary, a quiet force that often masquerades as the well-deserved rest we believe we have earned. As we journey through the later stages of life, it becomes all too easy to succumb to the comforting notion that we have done enough, that our contributions are complete, and that it is time to let the world move on without us. Yet this mindset, while seemingly benign, can lead to a profound stagnation, quietly robbing us of the vitality and joy that life still has to offer. The allure of inertia lies in its deceptive promise of peace and relaxation. It whispers that we have earned the right to rest, to withdraw from the hustle and bustle of life. However, this seductive comfort can become a prison, confining us to a life of diminishing returns, where the days blend into one another, and the spark of curiosity and engagement begins to fade. Staying active, both physically and mentally, is not merely a recommendation, it is a vital necessity for maintaining our health and well-being. Physical activity invigorates the body, strengthens the heart, and enhances flexibility, while mental engagement keeps the mind sharp, fostering creativity and resilience. Together they form the foundation of a fulfilling and vibrant life, one that is rich with purpose and possibility. A story of renewal. Consider the story of James, a retired teacher who found himself slipping into the comfortable embrace of inertia. After decades of shaping young minds, James felt he had earned the right to rest. His days became a predictable routine of leisurely breakfasts and afternoons spent in front of the television. At first, this seemed like the perfect reward for a life of hard work, but soon James began to feel a creeping sense of dissatisfaction. One day, while sorting through old boxes in his attic, James stumbled upon a dusty set of watercolor paints and brushes, remnants of a hobby he had abandoned in his youth. Inspired by a sudden wave of nostalgia, he decided to try painting again. What began as a tentative experiment quickly blossomed into a passionate pursuit. Each brushstroke reignited a spark of creativity and joy that James had long forgotten. As he painted, James realized that his life was far from over. It was simply entering a new chapter. The act of creating art not only invigorated his mind, but also encouraged him to explore other interests. He joined a local art class, where he met fellow enthusiasts who shared his passion. This newfound community provided support and inspiration, motivating James to continue exploring and learning. Reflecting on my own experiences, I have come to understand that overcoming inertia requires a conscious effort to step beyond the confines of comfort. There was a time when I felt content with my routine, believing that I had earned the right to rest. Yet I realized that I was missing out on the richness of new experiences and the joy of discovery. By challenging myself to try new activities and engage with the world around me, I discovered a renewed sense of purpose and joy. This personal journey taught me that life is full of opportunities, no matter our age. Embracing an active lifestyle is about more than just physical movement. It is about cultivating a mindset of curiosity and openness, a willingness to explore new interests and embrace change. It is about setting small, achievable goals that encourage us to move and engage, whether it is a daily walk, a new hobby, or a commitment to lifelong learning. Creating a routine that includes both physical and mental activities can help build momentum and make it easier to stay active. Joining groups or clubs that share our interests can provide motivation and support, fostering a sense of community and connection. Embracing change and celebrating progress, no matter how small, can boost our motivation and encourage continued effort. Imagine the thrill of discovering something new, a passion or interest that reignites your zest for life. What would you explore if you knew you couldn't fail? This is the joy of discovery, a journey that awaits us all. By understanding and addressing inertia, we empower ourselves to live more dynamic and fulfilling lives. Let us embark on this journey together, embracing the opportunities that each day brings. By staying active and engaged, we can reclaim the vitality and joy that life has to offer, living with a renewed sense of purpose and fulfillment. Together, we can overcome the deceptive comfort of inertia and embrace the vibrant life that awaits us. 3. The 4 challenges of aging. Embracing connection to overcome loneliness. In the intricate tapestry of life, loneliness often weaves itself in as a quiet visitor, arriving unannounced and settling into the corners of our hearts. At first, it might seem like a welcome pause, a gentle reprieve from the relentless noise of the world. Yet over time, this silence can morph into a profound emptiness, a void that echoes with the absence of connection and companionship. Loneliness is more than just an emotional state. It is a profound experience that can deeply affect our physical health and overall well-being. As we age, understanding and addressing loneliness becomes crucial. It is a complex emotion, not merely defined by solitude but by a sense of disconnection from others. Psychologists describe loneliness as a subjective experience where the quality of our relationships falls short of our expectations or needs. This feeling can be intensified by life changes such as retirement, the loss of loved ones, or relocating to a new environment. Recognizing the signs of loneliness is the first step toward healing. Research has shown that loneliness can have serious health implications, including an increased risk of cardiovascular disease, weakened immune function, and even early mortality. Moreover, it can contribute to mental health issues such as depression and anxiety. It is essential to understand that loneliness is not just a social issue but a public health concern that demands our attention and action. Human beings are inherently social creatures, and connection is vital for our well-being. Building and maintaining relationships can provide emotional support, reduce stress, and enhance our sense of belonging. Whether through family, friends, or community groups, fostering connections can significantly improve our quality of life. It is never too late to reach out, form new bonds, or strengthen existing ones. A story of connection. Consider the story of Margaret, a retired librarian who found herself feeling increasingly isolated after moving to a new city to be closer to her grandchildren. Despite the proximity to family, Margaret felt a profound sense of loneliness, as her days were often spent alone while her family was busy with their routines. The bustling city felt vast and impersonal, a stark contrast to the close-knit community she had left behind. Determined to reclaim her sense of belonging, Margaret decided to take action. She began by joining a local book club, a natural choice given her lifelong love of literature. The club met weekly at a cozy cafe, and Margaret soon found herself looking forward to the lively discussions and the camaraderie of fellow book lovers. Through these meetings, she formed friendships that extended beyond the pages of their chosen books. Encouraged by this newfound sense of community, Margaret also volunteered at a nearby animal shelter. The work was rewarding, and the unconditional love of the animals provided a comforting presence. The shelter staff and volunteers quickly became a second family, offering support and companionship. Margaret found joy in the simple acts of caring for the animals and sharing stories with her fellow volunteers. Reflecting on my own journey, I found that overcoming loneliness requires a proactive approach. There was a time when I felt isolated after moving to a new city. It took effort and courage to reach out and build new friendships, but the rewards were immense. This journey taught me that connection is a choice, one that can lead to a richer, more fulfilling life. Practical steps to combat loneliness. Reach out. Don't hesitate to reach out to friends or family. A simple phone call or message can rekindle connections and remind you that you're not alone. Sometimes the act of reaching out can be the first step in breaking the cycle of loneliness. Join groups. Consider joining clubs or groups that align with your interests. Whether it's a book club, a gardening group, or a fitness class, shared activities can foster new friendships. These groups provide a sense of belonging and a platform to share experiences and interests. Volunteering is a great way to meet new people and give back to the community. It provides a sense of purpose and can lead to meaningful connections. The act of helping others can also bring a sense of fulfillment and joy. Adopt a pet. Pets can offer companionship and unconditional love. Caring for an animal can also provide structure and routine, which can be comforting. The presence of a pet can alleviate feelings of loneliness and provide a sense of companionship. Embrace technology. Use technology to stay connected with loved ones, especially if distance is a barrier. Video calls and social media can help bridge the gap. Technology can be a powerful tool in maintaining relationships and staying connected with the world. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself and recognize that loneliness is a common experience. Practicing self-compassion can help alleviate feelings of isolation. Understanding that loneliness is a shared human experience can reduce its stigma and encourage openness. The beauty of connection. Imagine the warmth of a heartfelt conversation or the joy of shared laughter. What connections would you nurture if you knew they would bring you happiness? This is the beauty of connection, a gift we can give ourselves and others. By addressing loneliness and fostering connections, we can enhance our lives and the lives of those around us. Let's continue this journey together, embracing the power of human connection and the joy it brings. By taking proactive steps to combat loneliness, we can create a supportive and connected community. Whether through small acts of reaching out or larger commitments to community involvement, each step we take can lead to a more fulfilling and connected life. Have you ever felt the weight of loneliness, and how did you overcome it? Share your stories and tips in the comments below. Your experiences might offer comfort and guidance to others facing similar challenges. Together we can build a world where connection thrives and loneliness is a silent companion no more. 4. The 4 challenges of aging, embracing vulnerability to overcome the treacherous wall of pride. In the journey of life, pride often stands as a formidable fortress, a bastion of strength that we construct to shield ourselves from the vulnerabilities of the world. As we age, this fortress can become a treacherous wall, whispering the seductive lie that we must always appear strong and independent. While dignity and self-respect are vital, excessive pride can isolate us from those who wish to offer their love and support, creating a chasm between us and the richness of human connection. Pride is a complex emotion, deeply rooted in our desire to protect our self-esteem and maintain control over our lives. It can manifest as a refusal to accept help or admit vulnerability, convincing us that to show weakness is to invite judgment or pity. Yet in this relentless pursuit of invulnerability, we may find ourselves trapped within the very walls we have built, cut off from the warmth and understanding that come from genuine connection. Psychologists suggest that pride can be both healthy and unhealthy. Healthy pride is about self-respect and confidence, a recognition of our achievements and worth. It fuels our ambitions and drives us to pursue our goals. However, when pride morphs into hubris, it becomes a barrier to growth, leading to isolation and a lack of genuine connection with others. Recognizing the difference is key to harnessing pride in a positive way. Excessive pride can create barriers in our relationships, preventing us from reaching out for support when we need it most. It can lead to misunderstandings and distance between loved ones as we hide behind a facade strength. By refusing to show vulnerability, we may miss out on opportunities for deeper connection and mutual support. It is important to remember that asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of strength and wisdom. A story of transformation. Consider the story of Eleanor, a woman who had always prided herself on her independence. Throughout her life, she had been the rock for her family and friends, the one who never faltered, never asked for help. But as the years passed, Eleanor found herself increasingly isolated, her fortress of pride becoming a prison. She realized that her refusal to show vulnerability was pushing away the very people she loved. One day, Eleanor attended a community gathering where a speaker shared a personal story about the power of vulnerability. The speaker described how opening up to others had transformed their relationships and brought unexpected joy and support into their life. Inspired, Eleanor decided to take a leap of faith. She began by reaching out to her daughter, sharing her struggles and fears for the first time. To her surprise, her daughter responded with warmth and understanding, grateful for the chance to support her mother. This small act of vulnerability opened the floodgates for Eleanor. She started to let others in, sharing her true self and accepting help when it was offered. As she did, she discovered a profound truth, that true strength lies not in standing alone, but in the connections we build with others. Her relationships deepened, and she found a new sense of belonging and joy. Eleanor's journey was not without its challenges. Initially, she struggled with the fear of judgment and the discomfort of exposing her vulnerabilities. However, each time she allowed herself to be open, she was met with empathy and support, reinforcing her belief in the power of vulnerability. She began to see her relationships transform, becoming more authentic and fulfilling. Reflecting on my own journey, I have learned that embracing humility has opened doors to deeper connections and personal growth. There was a time when I struggled to accept help, believing it was a sign of weakness. However, I discovered that allowing others to support me not only strengthened my relationships but also enriched my life. This experience taught me that true strength lies in vulnerability and openness. practical steps to balance pride and humility. Acknowledge vulnerability. Recognize that vulnerability is a natural part of being human. Embracing it can lead to stronger connections and personal growth. By acknowledging our vulnerabilities, we open ourselves to the possibility of deeper, more meaningful relationships. Seek feedback. Be open to feedback from others. Constructive criticism can provide valuable insights and help you grow. Listening to others' perspectives can enhance self-awareness and foster personal development. Practice gratitude. Cultivate a sense of gratitude for the support and kindness of others. Expressing gratitude can strengthen relationships and foster a sense of community. Acknowledging the contributions of others can create a positive cycle of giving and receiving. Offer help. Be willing to offer help to others. Acts of kindness and support can create a reciprocal cycle of giving and receiving. By helping others, we reinforce the bonds of community and connection. Reflect on strengths and weaknesses. Take time to reflect on your strengths and weaknesses. Understanding both can help you maintain a balanced perspective. Self-reflection can lead to greater self-awareness and personal growth. Embrace lifelong learning. Stay curious and open to new experiences. Lifelong learning fosters humility and keeps the mind engaged. By embracing new challenges, we continue to grow and evolve. The strength and vulnerability. Imagine the freedom of letting go of the need to appear perfect. What connections could you deepen if you allowed yourself to be vulnerable? This is the strength and vulnerability, a path to genuine connection and growth. By balancing pride with humility, we can build stronger, more meaningful relationships and embrace the wisdom that comes with age. Let's continue this journey together, celebrating the strength found in vulnerability and the connections it fosters. By embracing our vulnerabilities, we open ourselves to the richness of human connection and the joy of shared experiences. Whether through small acts of openness or larger commitments to community involvement, each step we take can lead to a more fulfilling and connected life. Have you ever found pride to be a barrier in your relationships? How did you overcome it? Share your experiences and insights in the comments below. Your stories might inspire others to embrace humility and openness. Together, we can build a world where vulnerability is celebrated and connections thrive. Ket Lewin. As we stand at the crossroads of life's later stages, we are presented with a profound opportunity to redefine what it means to age. Are you ready to face these challenges head-on? Are you prepared to release the grip of resentment, rise above the inertia that holds you back, bridge the gaps of loneliness, and soften the walls of pride? Contrary to the common belief that aging signifies decline, it can instead be a time of blossoming, a period of rediscovery where we find new ways to live, to love, and to be loved. Imagine a life where each day is filled with purpose and joy, where the wisdom of our years becomes a guiding light, illuminating paths we have yet to explore. This is the promise of embracing the journey of aging with an open heart and a curious mind. Let these challenges not rob you of the fullness and richness that you so deserve. Instead, let them be the catalyst for growth, transformation, and renewal. In this season of life, we have the chance to cultivate deeper connections, to engage with the world in meaningful ways, and to leave a legacy of love and wisdom for those who follow. By choosing to let go of past grievances, to stay active and engaged, to reach out and connect, and to embrace humility, we open ourselves to the beauty and serenity that come with age. If you find inspiration in this message, I invite you to join our community at Stoic Mind Mastery. Like, comment, and subscribe for more valuable insights and uplifting content that will accompany you on this journey of growth and discovery. Share your age in the comments so we can better understand and connect with our audience, creating a space where we can learn from each other's experiences and wisdom. Together, let's embark on this journey, embracing the wisdom and serenity that come with age. Let us celebrate the richness of life, the joy of discovery, and the power of connection. Subscribe now and take the first step towards a future filled with growth, love, and endless possibilities. Welcome to a journey that promises not just to add years to your life, but life to your years.